Hey guys, little late night video, but I want to talk about something out of my mind I was thinking about, and before I go to bed, I kind of want to uh, talk about it now, just in case I wake up and kind of forget my train of thought and what I was kind of thinking about. And well, my topic, what I'm talking about, is infrastructure. That's right, infrastructure, the infrastructure of our country. You don't hear a whole lot about it. You hear mostly about it on YouTube and different social media, smaller, non-mainstream um, outlets such as Status Coup and a couple other of them out there that they actually get out there and um, they go to places where certain disasters or crises happen. And I wanted to kind of touch on some things. I live in Virginia, and we've been going through a water crisis here. This is going to be our second one within the past few months. Our water treatment plant shuts down, and it originally happens in Richmond, but it goes to the surrounding counties where we end up having to go on a boil advisory. Well, I hear a lot of people in uh, my city complaining, and they like to blame the mayor. They sit there and say, "Oh, the mayor, he's responsible. He should be held accountable." But when you bring up that the governor is a Republican, Glenn Youngkin, they don't have nothing else to say. I mean, the conversation pretty much ends. And I pretty much come back at them like, he's the governor, so regardless of who the mayor is, the governor is going to control the whole state. When something really goes bad, the mayor doesn't call in a National Guard, the governor calls in a National Guard. And for me, with multiple boil advisories going on within a few months, it tells me that that is a state of emergency, and that's not anything that the mayor can really um, enact. That's something that has to be enacted by the governor of the state, uh, as is any kind of disaster, hurricane, or any major thing like that, tornado, where the governor would come out and then he would declare a state of emergency, then with the hope of maybe receiving federal funds, which nowadays, good luck with that. Just ask a couple of states out there still looking for their federal funds right now. Anyhow, going back to what I was saying as far as the topic of the video, this is not exclusive to my state or your state. This is happening all over the country. And it's a major, not only domestic threat, but it's also an international threat to have the crumbling infrastructure on which we stand on in America. Um, Over the winter, you had a lot of places, such as my hometown, Detroit, Michigan, where inadequate pipes had busted, causing major floods in the winter. And what happened was, it came out as water and it froze up. You basically had like big sheets of ice, and it caused major damage throughout parts of the city. You have this going on throughout the country, where you have infrastructure just that's not up to par, not up to standard. And I kind of agree on one aspect with the whole thing being against electric vehicles. Yes, do I think they're the future? But no, do I think we are ready in any capacity to be able to accommodate the mass quantities of electric vehicles with the current infrastructure which we have in America. And a major concern of mine is, if we can't keep up with the power grids for the normal stuff that we have going on without them crashing, how are we supposed to try to get everything to run off of solar when you don't have any foundation for which is grounded or steady to have this type of technology? It's like putting lipstick on a pig, you know? It's like dressing something up. You know that may look good on the inside, on the outside, but on the inside is completely inept. And basically, in the words of like a car dealership, a lemon. And that's the foundation we're sitting on right now. We're sitting on a very old, fragile, weak foundation that should have been rebuilt years ago. And for these people to sit here and point fingers at individual parties just goes to show you that, it's the my team against your team mentality. My guy can do no wrong. Your guy's the one that's doing everything wrong and making all the problems. Which is completely bogus on both sides, right and left. Because a lot of these problems had both parties in office while they were going on. Both parties knew what was going on, but chose to turn a blind eye to it and not do anything about it. And the problem just gets worse. And that seems to be a big problem in America. Instead of being proactive, we've seemed to become a country that's only reactive. And I hope that one day we can revert from this way of thinking. It's really a form of your own personal mental slavery, when you get too comfortable with the situation, sometimes people just pretend it's not there, and pretending it's not there is not going to make it go away or make anything better. But that's just my little 2 cents on it, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all you guys for sticking around. Thanks again, and have a good night.